what makes ISFPs and ESTPs have such high camaraderie? Because in my life experience, I get along with ESTPs pretty well. Actually, better than I would an ISTP, even though I know a couple of them that I'm tight with. But ESTPs seem to be, I don't know, just a type that I really click with, and I don't know the reasoning. I don't know if it's just coincidence or if there's a functional thing going on, because I lead with a judging function, but they lead with perception.
What do you think?
I think it has to do with TIFE kind of blending in with the FITE, and that we perceive the world the same way, so we see a lot of the same shit, but like the judging functions are opposite, so they might complement. I don't know. I'm just pulling this out of my ass here, but that's just kind of the conclusion I come to, because, like I said, my roommate, he's my band manager as well. He's an ESTP, and he can talk with me very easily. We get along. We never have any real conflicts and shit, but we get along pretty well. And
so
I know a few other ESTPs that I get along with really well too. They're like really fucking easy to talk to, and I don't know why, other than maybe the judging functions complement each other. I don't know. But I get along with them better than what I would an ISTP.
Yeah, well, we're less stubborn.
Yeah.
And we've got more charisma. Like we can lube it better.
You got more FE than the ISTPs do. They're just kind of like,
so
they're cool, but they suck terribly at FE.
Let's see. My girlfriend is an ISFP. You know that. You're an ISFP. I've got a lot of ISFPs friends, really, considering that, I don't know, you all seem invasive. I don't think most people accumulate ISFP. Hey, are you over there? Okay, come here. Okay, I found an ISFP looking for the moon. Ducky just asked why ISFPs and ESTPs get along so well, and I was about to go into my thing. I think that there's a few things. One, I think that we don't step on. So yeah, SC, we perceive the world the same way. NI, we also perceive the world the same way. It's just neither of us are that good at it, but y'all are better than we are, and we kind of appreciate that, and you all appreciate that. We appreciate that. I think that third slot FE is enough to come to be appreciated. Like, we're more pleasant or friendly than ISTPs a lot, but not enough to feel fake and abrasive, which we all be very sensitive to. Yeah. I mean, I think it does come down to that. You've got the same perspective, essentially, and different approaches. So you all kind of default to our TI, and we default to your FI, and we get along that way. I will say that ISFPs for me have been very hit or miss. More hits, especially as I learn type. The misses tend to be dudes I met online.
Yeah.
There's a handful of ISFP dudes. It does sound romantic. It's not. There are a handful of ISFP dudes that are unbearably sensitive and self-involved in their own sensitivity.
Yep.
But besides that, I don't know.
You're right about that, because if we're not healthy, because I know a couple of other ISFPs, I guess we accidentally flock to each other because I'm in a band or whatnot. If an ISFP is not healthy, they get angry easily because they're sensitive, and then they get really negative and very, very cynical, very easily, and it rubs people wrong. I've been guilty of that in my earlier years, but I've tried not to be that way. That I've been through enough shit that's kind of made me tougher. But we can be very negative Nancy's if we're not careful. At least in my experience, I've seen that, and I've seen that with other ISFPs. Think of it as the ISFP is the guy that's and I'm guilty of this at times, but I try not to be. Think of it as we're crying about the flood and we're stuck on our roof. Somebody sends us a helicopter, but we don't want to take the fucking helicopter. That's kind of the analogy I see for unhealthy ISFPs. They cry for help, and somebody sends us a fucking boat, but we say fuck you in your boat. That's basically. Does that sound relatable, Katie?
Probably. You have to fix yourself. It's mostly internal, so that's why we would say fuck your boat. We have to find our own boat, build our own boat, or something.
That's exactly what it is, I have an ISFP in my band, and he's helping mix some of the songs, and he got really pissed off about something, but he didn't tell anybody that he was angry about stuff, so he just kind of lashed out, and then he pissed off the ISTP, and he didn't bother to speak up and say, well, I'm stressed out because of blah, blah, blah. He just doesn't do that. And then it just got ugly.
Yeah, immature ISFPs are a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, and I've told myself to not be that way. I've told myself to, you're a man. You gotta be tough. You gotta be fucking,
Yeah. We're not ever immature.
But hey, you're always.
But yeah, I don't know. That was my rant on stuff. Hold on. Damn it, I lost my train of fucking thought. Fuck me. No, I guess I agree with your answer that the reason we get along so well probably is the judging functions complementing each other, and we see the world very similar. And maybe your FE in the third slot kind of makes our FI feel somewhat validated, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with third slot FE and SE, because ESTP goes conflictor type, they can't do it. ENTPs, you guys and ENTPs are conflictors. I think that we're able to disagree with you in a way that's not abrasive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. You're not using like a whole bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I still don't understand it myself because, some people's theories would be like, oh, you have the same perception axis. That might not be good in some areas. But actually, I think it's fine, honestly. I don't know any actual ENTPs like in the flesh, but I know quite a few ESTPs. I guess coincidentally, like my brother is actually an ESTP. My roommate happens to be one, and I don't know. Y'all are kind of a common type, but y'all keep fighting us ISFPs, and I get along pretty well with that type. And that's something I've been wanting to discuss for a while, because even a friend of mine,
I also think because they don't have FI might be kind of like some of the, not that they don't have FI, they don't live, I mean, that's a real kind of personal world to live in, and they don't really fuck with that.
Yeah, because too much FI is actually a bad thing.
Yeah.
Because we're kind of selfish, and you have another FI person, it's like, well, who's got the bigger dick, so to speak, because it's good to mix up the judgment and functions. Otherwise, you just get a lot of this house is not big enough for the two of us kind of thing. At least that's my opinion of it, anyways.
What do FI big dick contests look like?
Just who's gonna cry the most? I don't know. Who's going to be more so? Is that literal big? I like that question though. That's a very funny ESTP kind of thing to say. No, it's just I don't know.
Yeah, you guys have a weird competitive streak too.
Yeah, I've seen that before. I try not to be because like I'm in the metal scene or whatnot, but I try not to have this competing with other bands thing. I try to have this, well, they're our brothers, we're all fucking just going out there trying to survive this bullshit. But at the same time, there's been lots of bands where I'm thinking, God, that guy's guitar tone is shit. That guy can't sing, I've had all those kind of thoughts, and I've, but I try to be, chill and humble and stuff. But yeah, we can definitely be pretty competitive. I'm bad about comparing bands to other bands, or if I'm in a project, I'll compare the project to another project, or if I have multiple projects, I might be like, well, this project does this thing better than that other project. I'm bad about that, So, I don't know. I guess we answered the question. I don't know. My friend's waiting on me. I gotta go in a few minutes, and I guess that's the answer to the question of what makes this type kind of compatible. I don't know.
I think that we hit it good.
Yeah, I can't think of anything more. I'm not an intuitive abstract type, so I can't really dig too deep into why. I think we pretty much got it covered.
I don't think there's anything else missing. So, all right, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna let you go.